what is Web3? When you hear Web3, the general and non-specific version that's accepted is that Web3 is a concept around the use of new technologies that can change the way we interact online. New technologies being the key term in there. And if you really think about this, this is just, you could have inserted Web 2 in that same sentence, because whatever the new technologies were then, it was the same thing. It's an evolution of the technologies and what's available for us to use, right? So what new technologies exist now and where do we come from tends to be one of the first questions. I want to take you back to Web 1, right? What was Web 1? Web 1 is basic web, HTML. Websites were really much more basic. It's a one-way street. Think of it like the platforms or companies were putting out a website and it was just a one-way street to its user, from the website to the user. Where Web 2.0 became a lot more of a two-way street. There were things like social media. Websites were putting content up and allowing users to put content up as well. And so that got a little bit of user-generated content going. Things like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter started to evolve. And there were companies now monetizing the data that's there. And so what's Web3? Web3 is not really any different than the fact that it's a progression of new technologies. There's just new technologies, a lot of which are scary buzzwords that you hear around VR, AR, AI, a lot of acronyms, semantic web, and of course, blockchain. And we're going to talk a lot about blockchain as being one of those technical advancements. But since the advancement comes from technology, the drivers are usually a development community, and they use the tools to forge ahead. So they're really the drivers of these things. And a lot of those terms center around those new drivers of technology.